morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zachary Nolan. Welcome back. This is your first time tuning in. I cover every single Winnipeg Jets game, and recently I've been covering a little bit of news because I gotta tell you, this year has been fun, but it's going to get probably a lot more interesting, especially with the fact that the Winnipeg Jets have been having a spectacular season thus far and are definitely going to be big buyers at the deadline. What are we here to talk about? Well, you saw the title, the thumbnail for this video. It is about Patrik Laine. And you know what? This could very well be a pipe dream. This is most certainly a pipe dream. However, if I Can Fix Him was a person, for Jets fans, that person would be Patrik Laine. Honestly, Patrik Laine is the one that got away for a lot of Jets fans. A lot of Jets fans miss him, myself kind of included in that. Even though a lot of us are at peace with the Laine trade, given the rewards that it has reaped most recently, Patrik Laine has always surrounded the subconscious of going, well, but we could still make that work, right? And this news comes off, these rumors come off the basis is not very solid. However, there are a couple things to be heard out here. First off, the Columbus rebuild has kind of gotten a little bit slower than expected. That's not really their fault, for the record. They've been very unlucky often with a lot of their draft picks. But more importantly, they've been unlucky with a lot of injuries. A lot of players have gotten injured, so it's really stagnated the team. So at this point, they're still looking to sell off assets. One of those assets that they thought they would be keeping is Patrik Laine. Patrik Laine has, I don't want to say lost the passion. I don't want to say that because that makes it sound like it's a him problem. I think the problem is Patrik Laine has always been a very good complementary player, but one that has not gotten any help in Columbus. It hasn't paid as many dividends with playing with guys like Gaudreau or Fantilli like it first hoped. It's also worth noting that right now Patrik Laine is injured. He's got a broken clavicle right now, so he is out. Hasn't played since December. However, it is worth noting that the Columbus Blue Jackets pretty much came out and said, we are willing to trade anyone, which has got Jets fans a little bit in a row, which I totally understand. Now, there's a couple angles to approach this. Why would the Jets want him? Okay, so let's first tackle that angle. Well, Patrik Laine, on the downside, he's not the most defensively responsible. However, on the upside, he is getting better at that. He has actually made steps forward to improving his game defensively to the point where he's not Pierre-Luc Dubois or Blake Wheeler levels of, I don't know how to defend in my own zone. It's gotten better. Another thing, too, is Patrik Laine is not necessarily the scoring machine that he once was. However, he is a power play magnet. He lives and dies on that power play. And the Winnipeg Jets power play is garbage right now. It is one of the weakest areas of their game, arguably the weakest. And it's something that, it's too early for this. And something that they definitely have to improve. And he could be one of those guys that could definitely help turn it around. It does also hurt that Mark Scheifele and Gabe Vilardi aren't currently playing right now. However, there's no excuse for how bad it's been. It has been historic levels of bad. It's also worth noting that the price for Laine is not high, actually. I don't think it is. Personally, I think over the last couple years, his price has continued to regress to the point where it might be for a mid-high prospect and a draft pick. That might be all it takes. I think at this point with the Columbus Blue Jackets is they're still selling in bulk. And if you're selling in bulk, you're not overly losing your mind on what the price tag is for every individual player. You're just hoping they all add up. Now, would the Winnipeg Jets do this? Now, you know what? a lot of us want to sit back and go, oh, well, that ship has sailed. Now, hang on a minute, because this is the same organization that, hear me out, traded back for Mason Appleton after they lost him in an expansion in the expansion draft. Even in a year that he probably had like kind of a down year. Gave a second stint to Laurent Brossoit a year after he beat them in the playoffs. Traded back for Matt Hendricks after they chose not to re-sign him in the offseason. Traded back for... Oh, what was the other one? I had it yesterday. I had a whole list of players. Reacquired Eric Comrie after letting him go on waivers for all those years. Traded back for Paul Stastny after he left them for the Vegas Golden Knights. Reacquired CJ Cease to the Manitoba Moose after he left to go to the San Jose Sharks. There is a historical precedent that the Winnipeg Jets have of players having their second stints here. This is not new, actually. This is kind of a thing that is very on brand for the Winnipeg Jets. And who knows, with the fact that a lot of the locker room has changed, so to speak, the dynamic has changed since he left. Because he left in one of the last few years of a Blake Wheeler captaincy. I have to imagine that might as well open new doors for that. Also, he's still very good friends with Nikolai Ehlers, who is playing a very prominent role this year on the Winnipeg Jets. So you know what? That could open up some doors. Do I think the Jets are going to do it? I don't know. I don't think so. However, this is somebody who could be a really interesting reclamation project for the Winnipeg Jets. I just don't know if they're willing to take that risk. But if they did, wow, what a story. If they can get a motivated Patrik Laine, the sky is the limit, honestly. We're going to have a couple more of these videos coming out. We had an off day right now because the Jets had 2 days off after they played the Leafs. And we will be back tomorrow with another video when your Winnipeg Jets take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below your thoughts down in the comments. I'm all ears. Maybe it's just a pipe dream, or do you think there's something more to it? Let me know down in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.